Hey everybody, it's Brian from A Life After Layoff, and today I want to share with you a particularly crazy story that's brewing right now about how a particular company is handling employees who are stressed out on the job. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this one through the end. So there's a company called Yes Madam that is based in India that is under a lot of scrutiny right now for an email that apparently was sent to all of their employees regarding stress in the workplace. And if you're not familiar with what Yes Madam is, like I wasn't before the story came out, apparently they are an application that allows you to get salon services directly in your home. So I guess you can download this app, you can order these services, they come directly to your door. And it looks like they also have a salon that you can visit. But nonetheless, they're a company that's relatively small. I think they have about 200 employees. But it's an email that was evidently sent by the human resource department to all employees that is causing so much of an uproar. So let's take a look at what that note said and then their response to it. So this is apparently the copy of the email that was sent out by this human resource manager from Yes Madam to their workforce. And this is what is causing such a stir. Now, this person, she actually does work at the company. However, I will put a little asterisk here and say, I haven't with 100% certainty confirmed that this is actually an authentic email or somebody just went in and created a fake email, sent it out through Photoshop or whatever that is. But it does seem to check out based on all of the information that I'm finding. But it says, update on the stress survey results. And it says, Dear team, recently we conducted a survey to understand your feelings about stress at work. As a company commitment to fostering a healthy and supportive work environment, we have carefully considered the feedback. To ensure that nobody remains stressed at work, we have made the difficult decision to part ways with employees who indicated significant stress. If you're stressed out at this company, they'll just remove your stress by removing you from the job, and that will reduce the stress for everybody else, but certainly not the employee affected. But nonetheless, this is what they said. This is their decision. This was their action plan related to this stress survey. This decision is effective immediately, and impacted employees will receive further details separately. Thank you for your contribution. So this is apparently the email that was sent to the survivors of, I guess you could call, a layoff. And then the people who were actually impacted were exited the business separately, probably by logging onto their email and not being able to find that they can gain access to the servers and all that kind of stuff. What is really interesting here is this is a self-reporting survey. They were sent out this survey in good faith, and employees who would fill this survey out were thinking, hey, this management team is actually caring about us and they want to try to do things to foster a healthy and supportive environment. And it gets used against them. And I'm not laughing at the people who were impacted by that, because of course that's terrible. But what I am laughing at is the sheer irony of this leadership team who is sending this email saying that they are committed to fostering a healthy and supportive work environment, and then do the exact opposite. And you're sharing feedback that they solicited. Imagine that your coworkers, that they said that they were stressed out. You said, I'm good, I'm fine. And then suddenly all of these people get terminated, and they're sitting there saying, well, see, it's a less stressful environment now. All the people who were stressed out are no longer going to be able to stress you out, so we're good here. And just imagine what kind of work culture exists for the people who actually remain. They're never going to get people to be honest in any of these employment surveys that they send out in the future. I read this thinking, this is so unbelievable that this is fake, that there's no way that this could be real. And as I was poking around, I actually went over to Yes Madam's LinkedIn page, and I discovered a response to this. And I was thinking that they were probably going to say something to the effect of, this is fake, this was not a company email, somebody fabricated this, and it's like fake news. But here's what I found. So this is the official LinkedIn page for this particular company, and they're a verified account. So as you can see here, they've verified their account, and they're legitimately, it says, Yes Madam is India's most trusted and transparent hair salon. It's basically a tech platform. And it has 50 to 200 employees and 13,000 followers. So it's been around. Let's see if we can find out when it was actually created. Profile was created last year. I would imagine this is maybe a tech startup of some sort, is my guess. And again, it's based here in India. But the response, again, what I was expecting to see was that they would say this is a fake news, that nobody was fired. And sure enough, this is the first post. This is dated 2 days ago as I record this. It says, important update. Nobody was fired at Yes Madam. So I want to read through their response. So it says, nobody was fired at Yes Madam. To our Yes Madam family and community, we sincerely apologize for any distress caused by recent social media posts suggesting that we dismissed employees for being stressed. Let us be clear, we would never take such an inhumane step. Our team is like family, and their dedication, hard work, and passion are foundational to our success. So this is me thinking, okay, they're saying this didn't actually happen, this was a fake post. But the next paragraph is what seals it for me. The social media posts were a planned effort to highlight the serious issue of workplace stress. So in other words, they're not denying the email. And furthermore, they're trying to change the narrative here by saying that they were trying to highlight serious issue of workplace stress. And to those of you who are shared angry comments or strong opinions, we say thank you. When people speak up, it shows that they care, and care is the heart of our business. Were Yes Madam employees really fired for being stressed? It says absolutely not. It says they weren't fired. They were given a break or to reset. They weren't let go. They were encouraged to release their stress. They weren't laid off. They were offered a chance to relax. They weren't sacked. They were urged to rest and recharge. And then basically it says that they talk about work-life balance being an issue. And then at Yes Madam, we chose to rewrite the narrative. Like literally, they're trying to rewrite the narrative as this thing is going viral, as it's blowing up in their faces, and they're literally trying to rewrite this narrative. So it's time to flip the script. Let productivity take a back seat to the needs of prioritizing employee well-being. This is certainly not what the email said. Happy employees build stronger businesses. And we're here leading the way to a culture that reflects this belief. Certainly they're building a culture, although I don't believe it is related to prioritizing employee well-being. And this looks like complete damage control. So it says it's introducing Happy to Heal. So suddenly they've got this entire new corporate program that they've sprung up miraculously in the matter of a couple of days. It says this initiative offers head massages and spa sessions right at the workplace designed to help employees unwind and recharge, just like it is for the Yes Madam team. You would think that that would be a core benefit for a company that this is their product. You'd think that they would just offer this anyway, but nonetheless, now they're offering this service called Happy to Heal, and it says India's first de-stress leave policy. So they're not being terminated now, but now they are being offered a de-stress leave opportunity where they're allowing employees 6 de-stress paid leave days annually to take time for their mental health and rejuvenation. And they offer complimentary spa sessions at home because care starts with our team. And remember, this was the email sent. As the company commits to fostering a healthy and supportive work environment, we've made the difficult decision, difficult being the keyword, difficult decision to part ways with employees who have indicated significant stress levels. This decision is effective immediately. It doesn't indicate anything about a leave policy or being supportive. In fact, it does the exact opposite. And as you can see, there's been a lot of negative reaction to this particular post that clearly is gaslighting the employees and trying to change the narrative. So again, I'm looking at this thinking this is completely unbelievable, but it does appear to be a company's major faux pas, and rightfully so, being called out on very poor behavior. But just when you think it couldn't get any weirder, it actually does, because this copywriter who works for this Yes Madam company admits nobody got fired. Everybody is curious to know what really happened with Yes Madam, and so I'm spilling the beans here. Yes, the survey really did happen. In fact, I volunteered in the survey and was part of the core team which gave birth to the idea of these de-stress leaves. Moreover, the employees were taken into confidence and we didn't send any emails. This screenshot, which went viral, was a planned move. So this was actually a PR stunt by this company in order to rile people up. And they said, you want to know why? It was in the need of the hour. Stress is not just limited to one office, one city, one country. It's a universal problem which needs attention, immediate attention, which, of course, I agree with. And I talk a lot about that on both my LinkedIn channels and on my YouTube. But she says, I have been reading on LinkedIn a lot about work-life balance, stress and work and whatnot. But do you remember any recent breakthrough or any substantial development for employees? So apparently, Yes, Madam did a publicity stunt in order to gain viral attention, which it certainly did, in order to draw attention to their de-stress leave program, I guess in some attempt to inspire the rest of the world to do the same. And de-stress leaves are not unique. I had some at my an old company I worked at. They used to give out a personal or mental health day once a quarter where you could just detach from work. You could go off and do whatever you wanted. So this is not necessarily a new concept, but I think the overall response has been overwhelmingly negative about this publicity stunt. In fact, them admitting that it was a publicity stunt made it actually worse, and people are jumping down their throats as a result of it. So yes, madam, I mean, you certainly got in the news. You're in the news as far as this video is concerned, but nonetheless, publicity stunt to bring attention to work-life balance, which I mean, I guess is not a bad thing, but there's probably more effective ways to do it. So like I said, it's a particularly crazy story and certainly a novel approach to dealing with a stressed out workplace. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. As always, appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.